This is Jodi. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to show you how to make this fun gold thank you card. Before I do that, I just want to give a quick explanation. Somehow last night I slammed my 3 fingers in the car door and it looks a whole lot better than it did last night, and it feels somewhat better than it did last night, but I know it's like gross and distracting, so I apologize for that. This, of course, is right in the middle of my occasions catalog 10-day launch party where I promised a new video every day. And so in order to do that, I have to keep stamping with this. So hopefully it won't be too much of a distraction and you can stay focused on the card. So let's see how this goes. Today I'm starting with a card base that is baked brown sugar, 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, that I will fold in half. And then I cut 2 pieces to each be 4 inches by 5.25. This is very vanilla, and this is a piece of the gold vellum paper that's in the occasions catalog. So instead of setting that on here like this, it really makes a difference when you stick a neutral like white or vanilla under it, because it really makes it pop then. So what I'm going to do to attach this is use my snail adhesive just behind the gold stripes. I don't want to do it in the open area here because you would see that adhesive right through the vellum. So I'm just putting some random pieces behind the gold stripes so that it stays hidden. And then I will line this up over the vanilla piece. Oops. On there like that, and then I'll attach that to the card itself. Even though I'm right-handed, this has definitely shown me how much I rely on my left hand to do lots of everyday things. So I know it could be a lot worse, and I'm grateful that it isn't, but just a little bit of a challenge right now. Okay, so another new item that I have is our gold sequins from the Occasions catalog, and I'm going to attach those using some mini glue dots. I think with my finger, the easiest thing is going to be to take one off and just stick it right on here. Usually what I do is hold the sequins onto here and pull it off and then lay it down flat, but I'm just not sure I could coordinate all that. So rather than put you through that, we will just stick these on here ahead of time. Then this will just get set over the glue dots and pressed into them, and that will hold that down. Now the focal point is this section right here. I'll pull in the card again so you can see that and notice the difference. This is our white doily, and this is how they come in a package, but you can color them with ink using a sponge dauber or an aqua painter. And what I'm going to do today, just to pull in this gold a little bit more, so I'm going to start using my sponge dauber and gold ink and just carefully dab the ink around the edges here. You do want to be a little bit careful because the doily is pretty thin and delicate, and so it would be pretty easy to actually tear if you are too forceful with the sponge dauber. So I'm just going to continue all around the edges. I don't need to do the center because the focal point where the thank you is stamped will cover that right up. Okay, now that I'm done adding that gold, I will take some Stampin' Dimensionals and put one on either side and peel those off and add this right to the card. I'm going to have those dimensionals go kind of over the sequins so that they're not resting on top of the sequins. They'll just go over like this. And then the last thing I need to do is add that focal point right there. So what I'll do for this is take this stamp. It's a thank you stamp. It's from a new stamp set on page 30 called Simply Celebrate. And I'll use our Versamark ink. Ink this up carefully and stamp it right in the middle here. This piece is crisp cantaloupe, and I used one of the Deco Label framelits to cut that out. And then I will just pour some gold embossing powder over it. And when you're embossing, you want to make sure you just tap off the extra, because any little gold flecks that are on here, when heated, will then be embossed too. So to keep it clean, you just want to make sure you tap all the extra off. Now hopefully when I heat this with my heat tool, you'll be able to see as it melts. The big thing with embossing is that you want to keep the heat source moving as you emboss. So let's see how it goes. It'll take just a minute to get it warmed up, and then once it goes, it's pretty fast. You see it changing? I'm going to flip it around. Hold on over here. Certainly don't need any more injuries. Like that. And now you can see the metallic shininess on there. I'm going to use my regular snail adhesive and apply some to the back, and then just simply add it right here in the middle. I love this card. I love the gold. Gold is definitely making a comeback. I love the foil on here, on the vellum, the embossing and the sequins, but really adding that golding to the doily just set this card off. Now, I wanted to share with you one more thing quickly. I have a special offer going on right now with my 10-day occasions catalog launch party. You can get one of these cards, one of these, and one of these. So 3 free cards from me. If you place a $50 minimum order in my online store, you must use the hostess code that you're seeing shown on your screen right now. And if you do that order by January 12th at midnight, you will receive one of each of these cards from me in the mail. Thanks so much for watching my video. For daily creative inspiration, visit my blog or find me on Facebook at Jodi Reinert Stamps.